You know what it is? I talk to the audience like I talk to my friends, and people inherently will be shocked by that. Some people. But I just think that to talk to the audience conversationally is better than putting on an act. Particularly since I work every single night. If I did an act, I would be terribly bored.
So do you kind of go on stage knowing what you're doing, or do you leave it open and sort of go with it?
Oh, it's all pre-planned.
Oh, is it?
No. Oh, no, it's kind of conversational. You know, you go, I mean, some of it's planned, some of it isn't. And that adds an element of spontaneity that I think is necessary in good comedy.
I saw an interview where the guy said, "You're not going to smoke, Bill."
Right, right.
And you got a cigarette out and you smoked. And
I guess I'm a heavy smoker. I go through about 2 lighters a day.
Yeah.
And, yeah, is that a lot? Yeah. But, you know, I just want to tell non-smokers that something they probably don't know, but they should. Non-smokers die every day. Okay. Sleep tight.
Does your act change, evolve? Has it evolved? Does it change?
No, not at all.
Or do you
I'm real worried about that.
Yeah?
No, yeah, it changes all the time. You know, it's depending on news stories and whatever else comes up. I like talking about things that I care about because that way, like I said, it can stay fresh.
Like what?
Well, I don't know. The thing that in the States it just happened, that death penalty thing. Was that big over here?
Yeah.
That was incredible. And I found it ironic that Christians were against the death penalty. Because if it weren't for capital punishment, you know, there'd be no Easter. And so...
Get him off. You know this.
I hope they know this is the nice stuff.
This is. Let me tell you.
They come up. They call me up. Bill, we'd like you to come on, but don't be yourself. Oh, all right, great.
Do you see you're going to mellow in sort of older age?
I doubt I'm ever going to make older age.
The stuff you talk about, drinking.
I'm 14 now, you know,
Yeah.
so age
Very
is really lapping me.
But that's another thing about your age. You talk about stuff as if you were brought up in this sort of Vietnam era.
The 60s, right.
Yeah, but you were a babe in the 60s.
My brother was older, so I think that music sort of bled through the walls into my little baby room. But yeah, that's the era that I like. I don't really see how you can discount an era when the philosophy was peace and love. Doesn't that still pertain at all?
Yeah.
I think it's ironic that in the 60s, kids made the peace sign, peace, and now all the kids are going, forget it, Satan. Yeah. Something's happened, you know.
Or they turn it around. Listen, what do your parents, does your dad kind of get on the phone and say, "Hey, Bill, love the Dangerous album and love the Relentless one"?
They hate it, you know. Well, they don't hate it, but they just don't approve of the language, you know. My dad will go, "Bill, do you have to use the F word in your act, son? Bob Hope doesn't need to use the F word in his act." And I'm like, "Yeah, Dad, but Bob Hope doesn't play the places I play." Put him in some of these joints. I'd love to see his act. It'd be like Richard Pryor.
Do you play some kind of dives? Or do you choose?
I used to. I don't anymore.
Why not?
Why not?
Yeah.
Well, I have a choice now.
Isn't it sort of more
Let's
fun?
see, Bill. The Queen's Theatre in London, or you want to go to Alabama?
Well, you're going... Where's your first port of call?
Glasgow.
Hey, home of Billy Connolly. They'll like
what does
you.
that mean? What do I have waiting for me? Can I bust this crowd into Glasgow?
Are you familiar with kilts?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who are the British comedians that you like?
I like, when I was a kid, I saw this Charlie Chaplin movie called City Lights, and it really blew me away, because not only did I not notice it, and it just didn't have dialogue, and I didn't even notice it. You know what I mean? It was just so well performed. That really struck a chord with me.
Have you ever had what, if you're in show business, what other people called a real job? You know, what parents call a real job.
Yeah, I've held 2 real jobs. Well, you know, I just don't get along with bosses. I used to always get, "Hicks, how come you're not working?" You know, and I go, "Well, there's nothing to do." And he go, "Well, you pretend like you're working." And I go, "Well, why don't you pretend I'm working?"
Good point.
You get paid more than me, you fantasize.
If God forbid something happened and a doctor came to you and said, "Bill, sorry, There's no way you can't tour anymore. You can't go on stage.
No, I'd probably, I write too, you know, so.
Yeah. Well, for other comedians or just
No,
yourself?
for like screenplays.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Have we seen any? Will we
No, I just started
that
doing
good?
it. Yeah, they're that good.
Really good. No, you just started. What have you written then?
Oh, I wrote this movie about Elvis, because the big joke in the States is about that Elvis is still alive, and yet no one's done a movie about that. And I asked the question, what if Elvis is alive? His death was faked. He decided to make a comeback, and no one believed he was Elvis, but thought he was an aging Elvis impersonator. And it's just sort of a black comedy, while he tries to prove that he's Elvis. And everyone always says, you can't be Elvis, you're too old to be Elvis. And he's like, no, I'm the exact age I should be.
That's
because everyone remembers him as Elvis.
Well, good luck on your tour, and good luck with Glasgow, Bill. Ladies and gentlemen, Bill Hicks.